My name is Charlotte, and I'm on our community team here at Ramp, and I'll be leading today's session. So this is the manager-specific training. So managers, welcome. If you're an employee, we have a specific employee training session, but this will be for managers. So we're going to go through managers, how to manage your team's transactions, reimbursement requests, bill pay items, anything like that managers will be overseeing. And then we'll also give a little preview into the employee account and how it looks a little bit different than the manager and admin view, and just kind of what you can expect your employees' Ramp experience to be like. First, I want to point out this inbox in the top left. So managers, this inbox is going to be your best friend, and that's just right here in the gray tab. This is where you can manage your team's card requests, so you can approve or reject your team's card requests. Transactions, you can approve and flag these from here. So if you need to flag them, you can do so, or you can approve them just directly from here, like so. And then reimbursement requests. So this is where your team's reimbursement requests will show up. And a couple of options here. One, you can just approve and pay it out. And so when I approve that, the funds are going to be pulled from my company's linked bank account and sent via ACH payment to my employee's linked bank account. So by approving it, those funds are going to be pulled and then sent to my employee. I can also reject these. So I can click the three little dots and then click reject request. And then here I would want to add a note. So maybe something like this goes against company policy, and then I can reject that reimbursement request. Bills, if you are someone in the bill pay approval process, you can approve them directly from here as well. And then if you're involved in procurement or travel, you can view those tabs from your inbox as well. So top left corner, it's your inbox, aka your best friend for managing everything that you need to manage within Ramp. We're next going to go down to expenses. So I'm going to go through my transactions and find one that has been approved. So let's go through here and say this Delta one we need to mark as maybe accidental or a duplicate charge, something like that. So we're going to click into the transaction. We're going to click options, and right here where it says dispute transaction, I'm going to click that. And here I have all the different reasons I can say that it's wrong. So I could say it's incorrect merchant info, maybe I canceled the purchase, maybe we don't recognize it and we think it's a fraudulent charge, maybe it's a duplicate charge, whatever it might be. Let's say we don't recognize this transaction. We'll then be prompted to either enter more information, talk to the finance team, whatever it might be. But employees, I'm just going to abandon that. Employees will be doing the same thing. So they'll click into the transaction, click options, click dispute transaction, and pick the reason and provide more information. Okay, great. Awesome. So managers, last thing I'm going to point out before we switch to the employee view is that as a manager and admin, you have all of these different tabs, but employees will have fewer tabs than you do because they probably don't work on accounting or bill pay. If they did, they would probably be a manager or an admin. Okay, so managers, this is the employee view. Like I said, it's a little bit more empty, perhaps, than the manager view, because maybe it's unlikely that your employees work on bill pay or accounting, things like that. So the only tabs that they're really going to be dealing with are this My Ramp tab and then the Settings tab. So going to quickly go through the settings. If they need to change any of their personal settings, they can do so here. If they need to change their linked bank account, so this will be for reimbursement requests. If their reimbursement requests get approved, they will be pulled from the company's linked bank account and sent via ACH to the employee's linked bank account. This is where they'll add that bank account information or change that account if they need to. Security, this is where they can change their Ramp password. And then notifications, they can toggle on and off which notifications they want to receive or if they don't want to receive them. So settings, that's where they're going to change anything that kind of pertains to their account. Now within My Ramp, I'm just going to point out what it looks like. First thing to notice is if their transactions are missing any receipts or memos, they're going to pop up here immediately when your employees log into the account. So right when they log into Ramp, they'll see that, their Airbnb transaction is missing a receipt or memo. If it is, it would pop up here. All of these transactions already have their requirements. Otherwise, they would be in this first top section, just immediately catching the employee's eyes. So super easy for employees to submit any of their transaction requirements, which is typically receipts and memos. When employees are requesting funds or requesting cards, they'll do so from this My Ramp section. And I'll talk through this in the employees training section, but they would just click request funds. And then from there, they likely already have that physical card. So if they need to request a virtual card, they can do so here for things like vendor spend or maybe a new software or a new subscription, something like that. And then they will just request that card. And then as a manager, you'll approve that in your inbox where you see the card request section. So again, I'm just in My Ramp. This is where employees will request funds from. And then if they need to create a reimbursement request, they'll go through here, clicking create reimbursement, and then they will just fill out the information. So whether it's an out-of-pocket reimbursement, like cash only restaurants or using your personal card or gas mileage, they will fill this out. They will click submit. And then again, back to that inbox managers, you will approve their reimbursement requests from there. They will get paid out via ACH to their own linked bank account. So again, this is pretty much where employees will be working out of. They can see all of their funds, any of their cards, they can request funds or submit reimbursement requests up here. And then settings, this is where they can change all of their settings. Awesome. Thanks, managers, for being here. If you are an employee, I encourage you to go watch the employee training session. And managers, I encourage you or request that you send your employees to that employee training session so they can know how to use their account, how to request cards, how to submit reimbursement requests, and all of that. But thanks so much for being here. If you want to check out the other training sessions, go to ramp.com/training and hope to see you soon. Thanks for being here and welcome to Ramp. Okay, bye guys.